Could you do
I did share with White House counsel, on my staff has, that I intend to recuse myself this afternoon. I feel like, because they don't know the rules, the ethics rules. Most people don't. But when you evaluate the rules, I feel like that I should not be involved in investigating a campaign I had a role in. One more question and we'll wrap this up.
Two questions, if I may. One, you were already considering recusal before today, is that correct? And secondly, when you answered Senator Franken's question, were you just not thinking of the meeting with the Russian ambassador, or did you not consider it relevant?
I was taken aback a little bit about this brand new information, this allegation that surrogates, and I had been called a surrogate for Donald Trump, had been meeting continuously with Russian officials, and that's what it struck me very hard, and that's what I focused my answer on. And in retrospect, if I should have slowed down and said, but I did meet one Russian official a couple of times, that would be the ambassador. Thank you all. Take care.
All right, you heard it, and apparently this was in the works before these revelations today. The Attorney General Jeff Sessions recusing himself from any current and future investigations into those presumed Russian Trump campaign ties. There are separate committee investigations going on in Congress right now trying to get to the bottom of this. A number of Democrats, for example, have been urging that there is a need for a special prosecutor to look into this, but this got so big today that there was even talk that maybe the Attorney General should just step down. Now, you hear a lot of this, and I want to get to Judge Napolitano on this, but not before we play the question and comment that triggered this latest fury, and that is crucial to this because it provides some context. I want to play the long question because what's been left out is what's really being debated here. Conversations and links between operatives for the Trump campaign, surrogates for the Trump campaign, and it was in that context, in that light, that the Attorney General then, Senator Jeff Sessions, who was going through confirmation hearings to become the next Attorney General, well, that's how he was thinking and responding to this question, the full question. Take a look.
CNN has just published a story, and I'm telling you this about a news story that's just been published. I'm not expecting you to know whether or not it's true or not, but CNN just published a story alleging that the intelligence community provided documents to the president-elect last week that included information that, quote, Russian operatives claimed to have compromising personal and financial information about Mr. Trump. These documents also allegedly stated, quote, there was a continuing exchange of information during the campaign between Trump surrogates and intermediaries for the Russian government. Now, again, I'm telling you this as it's coming out, so, you know. But if it's true, it's obviously extremely serious. And if there is any evidence that anyone affiliated with the Trump campaign communicated with the Russian government in the course of this campaign, what will you do?
Senator Franken, I'm not aware of any of those activities. I have been called a surrogate at a time or two in that campaign, and I did not have communications with the Russians, and I'm unable to comment on it.
You see why we did that? We wanted to understand the entire context, so then cut that question off that Senator Franken had. It was a valid question, but it was done in the context of saying, are you kind of acting as a surrogate in your role as a surrogate for the Trump campaign? Well, you know the drill. And that was the context in which the senator at the time, now the Attorney General, was answering that. Is it a distinction? Is it worth mentioning? Of course, the Attorney General tried to clarify that as well. Lindsey Graham on a short time ago with our Shepard Smith seemed to be signaling that difference. But the finest legal mind I know is with us right now to clarify